Om Shri Sai Ram, offering my most humble and loving salutations at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Dear brothers and sisters, with immense gratitude and love for Bhagwan, I bring to you another episode of his story through the eyes of his boys. By Bhagwan's grace, today we have a brother who not only had the privilege to study with Bhagwan in under his care, but also had a great fortune to be born in a family who was passionately serving and loving Bhagwan. And because of that, got a lot of opportunities to come in the closeness of the physical proximity of Lord and enjoy and experience the avatar, which most of us would, I shouldn't use the word, but envy. And before we jump into this beautiful saga of divine, let us start with our prayer and take this journey forward. And I would request all of you to please join me in that. O Lord, take my love and let it flow in fullness of devotion to Thee. O Lord, take my hands and let them work incessantly for Thee. O Lord, take my soul and let it be merged in one with Thee. O Lord, take my mind and thoughts and let them be in tune with Thee. O Lord, take my everything and let me be an instrument to work for Thee. Om Shri Sai Ram, and welcome to this exciting episode of his story through the eyes of his boys. Tonight, I have a great pleasure to welcome my elder brother, Brother Lakshminarayan Kote. Sai Ram, Brother Kote.
Sairam, brother, and everybody. Sairam.
It's so nice to have you here. Let me give a little introduction of yours to everybody. I'm sure people have heard Brother Kote's voice. As a singer, he still has that melodious, gifted voice of Bhagwan. Brother Kote has, as I was telling before, he has born in a family who was with Bhagwan from very early years in early 60s. So practically, Brother Kote has grown in the family with an environment of Bhagwan around. In 1962, actually, he had his first darshan also of Bhagwan when he was still a toddler. And then going through Bal Vikas, he came to for study with Bhagwan and did his PUC in 1976. And then from there, he went on to finish his graduation, then post-graduation in MA from Prashant Nilayam. After that, as destiny would have it, and Bhagwan pushed him, and we'll hear that story further, how he became the teacher in Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School. And there he taught for almost 5 years. And then, as Bhagwan's instructions, he came back to his small little village in Chakodi. As per Bhagwan's instruction, joined his father, who was then kind of running the school. And presently, Brother Lakshminarayan Kote, he's chairman to the trust, which is Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Niketan. And we'll hear the full story as we move forward from there. So it's my great pleasure to welcome Brother Kote once again.
Sairam.
Brother Kote,
Sairam, brother.
having you and not hear your music and bhajan, it doesn't justify. So may I request you, floor is yours, say a few words, and please invoke our Bhagwan through your beautiful voice.
Om Sri Sai Ram. Offering my humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of our Lord. Also, I remember my parents. Actually, because of my parents, I was able to be with Bhagavan and be an instrument in his hands. Always I'll be at his service till my end, praying always that I should be his instrument in his hands. Now I'll start with a small prayer at his lotus feet. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणम् त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा श्री साई दीन बांधवा श्री साई देव दीन बांधवा श्री साई देव दया सागरा देवादिदेवा दया सागरा देवादिदेवा दीनबांधवा श्री साई देवा पाहि प्रभो साईश्वरा पाहि प्रभो साईश्वरा देहि विभो जगदीश्वरा देहि विभो जगदीश्वरा शरणं प्रभो सत्य साई देव शरणं प्रभो सत्य साई देव दीनबांधवा Shri Sai Deva Dinabandhava Shri Sai Deva Sai Deva. Sai Ram.
So beautiful. I think bhajans have such a beautiful vibrations that once you listen, you don't want to say anything for some time, you know. And these bhajans are immortalized. Thank you, brother,
Sai
for
Ram.
starting this beautiful offering with such a beautiful bhajan. I'm sure it brings nostalgia also to many people who have had the privilege of, being in those 80s with Bhagwan, listening to his stories. So, brother, let me straight away take you to Vrindavan. I know that is the best golden period of your life too. And with this bhajan, I open the floor to you to tell me, share something from Vrindavan days.
Sai Ram. It was in the year 1976. Swami made me and brother K.S. Umesh, we are from the same place, made us join Brindavan College. We call it as a pre-university course. That is 11th and 12th. I won't say that I was good at studies. From my childhood, that is from the age of 4, father regularly used to take me to Bhagavan at Prashant Nilayam, and he used to tell me that he is God. But I didn't know what is God and who is God. But blindly we used to pray to God. And whenever we visited Bhagavan from 1962 onwards, that time I was just a 4 years old kid. Whenever we used to visit Prashant Nilayam, that was the good old mandir, small, and
Bungalow.
yeah, bungalow and sands around. Swami used to call us for the interview, and he used to speak to my father and the devotees, whoever used to go from here, and I used to just watch what is happening. I was only a witness, but the love that he showered on me continuously made me attract towards him. And whenever Swami, father used to go to Parthi, I used to be so adamant that I am coming with him. I'm coming with you, and you should take me. That's all. And no schools, nothing, and kind enough. Father used to take me and be there at Parthi for a week or so, and come back. The bond between Chokkadi and Swami, it became stronger and stronger day by day. And every festival time, father with the devotees used to go to Parthi, and Swami used to give the responsibility of taking charge of the canteen, and all these devotees were working in the canteen throughout the festival function, whether it's Guru Purnima or Navaratri or birthday, any function, Shivaratri, any function. And at the end, before we used to come, Swami used to call them, give them bar namaskar, talk to them, and they used to feel very happy, experiencing the love that he used to shower on them. Then finally in 1973, about 21 devotees from here did Padayatra from Chokkadi to uh, Prashanti Nilayam. And our district president then, Sri Mukunda Prabhu, was at Parthi, and Swami used to give the commentary. Today they are here, today they are here, and they are cooking their food on their own, and they are not visiting any of the hotels there. And once they reached there, Swami sent Professor Kasturi till the Gokulam gate to welcome the group. During those times, the main gate, the Gopuram gate, it's called. It used to be called, but when these people came, it was open. Swami made it open, and Swami waiting there. And for a month or so, they stayed there, and they were given the responsibility of filling the sands to the Purnachandra auditorium.
Oh, the construction of Purnchandra.
Yes, yes, yes. And they were given two trucks and a tractor to bring sands from Chitravati. And I was a small kid. I never participated in the Padayatra. I was too small a kid. But later, when I went, and Swami used to come to the workplace, and he used to give me chocolates, some sweets, some fruits. You know, he'll hide, getting it from behind and give me quietly. These things, what else the child needs? It's only these sweets and other things. No? So I got attracted more and more. It's only later, somehow after I finished my 10th standard, SSLC is called, matriculation. Something came to my mind that I should join uh, Swami's college, and father was very happy. And it was actually June first week the college started. We went to Prashant Nilayam on the 16th or 20th of June to 76 to Prashant Nilayam. Then Swami said, "You go tell Professor Narendra that Swami has sent you and join the college." See, we didn't know anything. We just took our baggage and went to Swami, and Swami gave us a seat. No, it was like that. See, and Professor Narendra believed our words. Swami never said directly to him. Now it is not the case, because there is so much of rush to join Swami's college. Earlier, we in the hostel we were hardly 80 boys when I joined, and we were parked everywhere in the building available, the halls available. Then 1 year passed. Then I saw a boy always inside Swami's building, and I studied his history. Actually, he was a student there, but he failed in his 12th PUC. So I noted it. So what I did, I thought, why can't I also become like that near Swami? And I failed. Uh, it was a testing period. After summer course, as usual, Swami took all the boys to Prashant Nilayam, and the vacation was over. In the PUC, he said, "Now you should go home." since you have failed, you have no place here, you should go home. And he told all of us, but then we prayed, Swami, Swami will be here doing some service, some duty. But last day came, see, tomorrow I'm calling you for the interview and give prasadam, take prasadam and go home. You believe it or not, that whole night I went round and round Mandir praying Swami that Swami should keep me near him. Next day, when Swami came for the darshan, he came near us, said, "Get out," showing the hand towards the interview room.
Oh,
And
thank you.
and all of us went inside the interview room. Other boys, they were made to stay in the old hostel there, and myself and one Mr. Jnanendra Deka, he is from Assam. We made to stay in Swami's residence, and we became the door duty boys, or they call it as staircase boys, doing Swami's service inside. But
Okay,
then he
brother,
gave
you may
a
not know that that experience that became an inspiration of many, but hardly anybody got the chance to become, to do door duty. They were punished severely for failing.
but then he
Because we,
gave a severe warning. Uh, Next, in the supplementary exam, if you don't pass, you'll be kicked out. No, I'm not boasting of myself. It is his love that kept me near him. Such supplementary exams I crossed 4 times. That actually PUC is of 2 years course, but I did for 4 years. But then he was very severe on me that I should pass. But very humbly, prayerfully, I prayed Swami, Swami, I'll pass. Somehow I pass this time. But you should keep me with you. This duty that you have given to me, I should continue. So merciful Bhagavan was. Even after I joined my degree, actually I was a science student. To make myself free to do his service, I joined the arts course. I did my BA. BA boys, most of the time they were free. So I joined BA, and he kept me near him. I throughout the degree, whenever he used to come to Brindavan, I was blessed to be with him. Uh,
Kode brother,
I think
we have heard few boys mention about this door duty, staircase duty, but for the
yes,
devotees,
yes,
it will be nice for them to understand what did
okay,
it mean actually.
yes.
What was
Uh,
your actual task whole day?
Okay. Uh, the task, I won't say task, it is a service to
Service.
Bhagavan.
Okay.
Okay. And our duty was to, if somebody comes and wants to meet Swami physically, he would send word through us to Swami, and Swami, if Swami is interested, he would call, or he will say no. That was one. And any letters from boys or guests, given to Swami. We were there to carry over to Swami. Then cleaning the drawing room,
Keeping it
bedroom,
tidy. Mhm.
yeah, and the washroom. These were the duties. I don't
Okay,
know.
brother,
I was so
if you can
lucky.
switch off your Shruti box, because that is disturbing the sound.
It's all a history. So nice, so nice, so nice of Swami to have given so much of chance uh, that I'm still cherishing. Sometimes I myself cannot believe He is the Lord of the universe, and a small me was given those chances to serve Him.
Yeah, actually,
Am I
Kote
continue?
brother, yeah, yeah. No, actually, the Shruti box, if you can reduce the volume, that would be nice. Or you can just put it off for now. The Shruti box, yeah. Because we know this staircase, as you were mentioning, I want to tell people that in those days there was a privilege of
Sairam.
the student and the staff to go to Bhagwan, offer your letters if in case of emergency, anytime during the day we could go in. We don't have to wait for the darshan. And the door duty boys were the one who would carry the message to Bhagwan, and if in case Bhagwan accepts, then you would carry the letter. But that privilege, I think, by late 80s, it was gone. So then we had to wait for darshan time only for contacting Bhagwan. Otherwise, we could just go directly to the door. I don't know, it is such a privilege to just knock at his door, you know, even though we saw your faces, but there is a feeling that, you're going to say, you're going to knocking at Swami's door. So it was nice. So how did your journey of bhajans, if you want to recall about your bhajan days with Bhagwan, did he ever,
Yes,
I'm sure he had all the singers had a favorite bhajans of Bhagwan, which Bhagwan
yes,
wanted you to sing. So if you have
yes,
any
yes,
memories of that time.
yes. Actually, from my childhood, father used to make me sing bhajans, and as usual, when I joined Brindavan, Mr. Sudarshan, the then warden of the hostel, gave me chances to sing. And you know, whenever Swami used to be there in Brindavan, the students had the opportunity of taking the food from the hostel to Swami.
Sorry.
Yeah, two boys used to take, and I had uh, those opportunities also. And there, after the food, dining with Swami, he would have his food, then he'll serve us. He'll serve in our plates. Then to the full. If you say no, also he'll pressurize you to eat. Then after that, he'll make you sing. So I used to sing some Purandaradasa songs, and he would say, "Oh, you sing very well. You sing in the hostel." He never asked me to sing in the bhajans in the bungalow. So I used to feel terrible. Why he is not? Those days Swami used to tell the song, as well as if I know he used to give the signal like this. We had boys like Devanand, Rupak Sharma, Hirok Chankoti, Rupak Chankoti, then one brother Badrinath, all these people were there, and Swami used to tell them to sing and ignoring me all the time. But in the dining hall, he used to tell me, "Come on, sing," and they used to appreciate that. So it must have gone to my head that I am a great singer, you know. Uh, so for 1 year, he kept me under cold storage. So it made me think more and more about my singing and myself, whether anything has gone, some sort of introspection in myself. And one day we heard that Swami is coming on the very next day. So that time there was a big pond where the present boys' hostel is standing.
Hmm.
On the steps I sat. I was singing. I won't say that I composed. I sat there, and yes, wordings came and the tune also came. And that time I was singing Jayama Jayama Jagadishwari Sahib. So all the time I was crying, and that is the end of the day. Next day, Swami came, and in the evening bhajan, suddenly Swami said, he gave me a signal, "Come on, you sing." So I sang that, the
Same song.
same song I sang, and you know, Swami was so blissful and enjoying the bhajan. 97 1977 summer course, every alternate day he made me sing that bhajan and enjoying all the time. That time I realized that it is not enough if you have the talent, also you should have bhakti and bhavam in you, uh, which will only reach Bhagavan. Only if you have bhavam and that so total surrenderness in your feeling, that reaches Bhagavan. And after that, he made us give so many programs, and he made me and Hirak Chankoti sing Ram Katha. So I don't know, really don't know how
Can
many
we
times
hear?
we.
Can we hear the two lines of Jaima?
Yeah, yeah, very much. 1 second. जय मा जय मा जगदीश्वरी साई माँ जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई माँ जय माँ जय माँ जगदीश्वरी साई माँ जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई माँ जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई जय मां जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई
I didn't know that it was composed by you. It's beautiful. Lovely song. These bhajans are divine. Have you have any chance when Bhagwan has corrected singing or taught you or something in that nature?
100%.
Whether you
Remembers.
can reduce the volume because it just it
Okay.
delays your voice otherwise. Yeah,
Is it all right?
yeah.
I can remember one such instance. For the 60th birthday celebrations of Bhagavan, the music boys were called, and a sort of meeting was there in interview room. He said, "See, I want a music program by you people." So we were so happy because uh, so much of chance to be with him and to interact with him. Oh, so he selected all the songs for each singer. Then for the practice sessions, uh, he used to call to the interview room or to the green room in the Purnachandra auditorium. And when he was going to Brindavan, he took us also along with him. And imagine he was having the practice sessions in the top floor of the hostel. One room was given to us. After giving darshan, he would come directly, climb all the way to sea floor
My God, my
uh,
God.
in the uh, Brindavan hostel,
Hostel.
and he would train all of us. He'll make everybody sing, and wherever the drawbacks, like maybe expressions or making faces, when people make faces when they sing, even that is corrected, and any touches, any elaborations have to be done in the song, he would do it. And I was asked to sing one Jayadeva Kriti, uh, Radhika, Krishna, Radhika. Uh,
That's a fantastic thing.
Beautiful song. And the second line, I was singing plainly because, to be very frank with you, I never, even now, I don't know anything or ABCD of music. If at all I sing, it is purely because of the blessings and the guidance of Bhagavan, nothing else. And the second line, Tava Virahe Keshava. I used to sing that way, but then Swami made it Tava Virahe Keshava
Oh,
Radhika Krishna Radhika. Touches like that, and it is in me. One more brother was there. uh, I won't mention. Uh, Beautiful singer, and with the lots of bhavam in him. But when he was singing, his facial expression was not appealing, because Swami's point of view, see, it's all right if I sing, but when you sing, thousands of people are there in front of you, so even they should not feel anything. That was Swami's intention. Swami mentioned it also. So what he did, he made him sing and asked me to get a mirror. So I got the mirror. Not knowing why it is, why Swami has asked it to bring. So I brought the mirror and gave to uh,
Sorry.
Swami. Swami wanted in his foot. He just touched him and he was holding the mirror like this too, at his waist. Swami plays like that. So, what to say? He was like a child, in front of us, and he used to say, yeah, what you do when you sing, stand or sit in front of a mirror and see your facial expression and try to correct. And he never wanted anyone to shake their body, sit erect, not making faces. You sing. Uh, he wanted us to be like that. He wanted us to sing like that.
See, I've seen him bhajans, he would make you sing plain and simple.
Yes,
But
yes,
for the
yes.
concert, he made you give gamaks and other things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's such a beautiful thing.
And he used to be, he used to be so proud of his uh, singers. We are just nothing. And any guest, and see how my boys see how my boys sing, nothing less than a professional singer.
Yes,
No, he'll praise. He,
that was his motherly possession. He will always
yes,
praise
and
boys
and
more.
and and you remember when myself and Hirok sang Ramakatha in the Purnachanda auditorium, we were introduced as Dr. Hirok Chankoti and Dr. Lakshminarayan Kote. No, his love was so much. Actually, I'm just a PG holder, and that time even he was a PG, but later he became a doctor. So Swami made him do PhD and he became a doctor. But me, no, I'm a failed candidate becoming a doctor. That's really great, great, great. Very loving of Swami.
What did you feel the transition from Brindavan to Parthi? Because you did door duty in Vrindavan as well as in
Yes.
Puttaparthi,
Uh,
and you have sung and been there with Vrindavan and in Parthi. What is the
yes.
major differences if you have to identify?
In simple words, Brindavan was a home and Puttaparthi was a office. In the sense, uh, he not only loved the children, the students, but he expressed it. But in Puttaparthi, he loved always his prema tattva is boundless. But to express it, he used to call to the interview room, but not outside.
Yes, yes.
That's why I said
Outside, the
it is.
Maryada of Avatar takes over too much.
Yes, 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 yes. That's how I don't know whether I'm correct in expressing my feelings that way, but I felt it like that way.
Yeah, Vrindavan was more of a home environment because it was a closed section.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Parthi, the moment he steps out of room,
Yeah,
he is in the public. So the
correct.
Maryada of an avatar is
Yeah,
different.
yeah, yes,
We can
yes,
understand that.
yes.
So, how did you choose to become a teacher?
Oh, I never wanted to be a teacher. To be very frank with you, but later I felt that he was preparing me uh, to be here in this campus, Sri Satya Sai Vidya Kendra, Chukkadi. Because so when I was inside Swami's building, I was observing everything. In the sense, the whole of construction work in Prashantilam was under Jogarao, Mr. Jogarao. He
Hmm.
was given the responsibility. And every weekend, before the payment, Mr. Jogarao, uh, Mr. Kutumbarao, and Mr. Chiranjeev Rao, and the engineer, Mr. Jaikumar, you remember?
Yes, yes.
They used to come, and Mr. Kutumbarao will come with the list. And in order to prove the list, list of payment, he had to face so many questions from Swami. He would not approve just like that. Swami will ask each and every payment, with so much of interest.
So you have
Do
to
you have to?
justify each expense.
Yes, yes, yes. So do you have to spend so much? Is it not a waste? And finally, after approval, he would ask me to get the checkbook and a pen from upstairs. Then he would give to Mr. Kutumbarao. Then he'll write the check. Then Swami will sign. This used to be the procedure. Later, he made me a teacher. For 5 years, I taught in the school, just maybe to understand the students' psychology and the administration part of it. And in the hostel also, 120 boys were given to me. I was in charge for them. The 11th students were all uh, under in charge of. See, you have to see their health. You have to see their health issues. uh, we have to observe whether they take food or not, and their discipline we have to see. Then the self-reliant programs like vegetable cutting, chapati making, uh, whether they go for jogging, whether they go for prayers, whether they get up early in the morning at 5 o'clock. The moment the bell rings, you have to get up before them. So it was a training for me also, compulsory training, isn't it? So this, whether you like it or not, it has naturally imbibed by me. And when you come here and take the responsibility, I know what exactly it is, what exactly I have to look into. So now I feel that whether I was a student, I was with him inside, or maybe later as a teacher in the school, it's all a training for me. He trained me, prepared me for this post, I should say. Uh, though I never wanted to become a teacher, it was not at all there in me. In fact, to be very frank with you, Swami never told me directly that he should become a teacher. He sent word through Mr. Habbu, who was the principal.
Principle,
See,
yes.
Swami has asked me to tell you that tomorrow onwards you should be there in the school as a teacher. No, it was a shock to me, and I became blank. And no, I told him that, see, Swami never said anything to me, so I cannot join. Sending this instruction, Swami went off to Brindavan. So I was in a dilemma whether to join or not. So very next day, it happened that I came to know that Mr. Nanjundaya, the controller of examination, was to go to Brindavan. So I went and requested him, Sir, this thing has happened. I don't know what to do. Then he said, you write a letter to Swami. I'll take it. So it was a chance for me not to go to the school. So I gave a letter addressed to Swami, with him to Swami, and next day, after that, next day he came back. He called me. Very lovingly, Mr. Nanjundaya told me, he gave prasadam to me and said, "See, you got to join. No other go. So you go and join the school. That's all." So I didn't know, because Swami has never said anything to me. See, imagine, all the time you are there with Swami, you are not ready to follow Swami's order. I, to be very frank with you, I came back to my place here, native place, to meet my father, and told him also that I don't like
Oh,
this
you
job.
left Parthi and came to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chikodi.
Without telling anybody, without telling anybody. Okay, uh, father, by hearing my words, he went to Brindavan. Swami was in Brindavan, and he could go inside. So he waited for the darshan. Uh, Swami also, he never expressed anything. Swami just told him that, "See, you are spoiling your son." That's all he said. "You are spoiling your son." That's all he said. He came back. He came back to me. By the time he came back, I went to Bharti. So he wrote a six-page letter to me. Yeah, father wrote me a letter and posted me and telling all the things, the moral, moral to me. Uh, I joined the school. Then started the cold storage again. He stopped talking to me,
I think we all
ignoring me,
have.
ignoring me fully for 3 years, 1095 days, I think, if I'm correct. He totally ignored me. Wherever I used to sit, he never used to come there. So people started cursing me. They used to see where Kote is sitting. There we should not sit. They used to avoid the place where I sit and sit somewhere else. And so, though he used to come, he used to talk to the person who is sitting behind you, in front of you, on either side of you, but never to you. This was the condition. And the whole world, when Swami ignores, the whole world knows that you are under cold storage and Swami doesn't like you. That way. And oh God, it was, I don't know the words to express it. But I used to say, so, as you remember the other day, I also sang Dina Bandhava, Sri Sai Deva. Then, what is it? Anathabandhu Sai Prabhu, Aparadha Kshamakaro Sai Prabhu. But he will never excuse unless you have realized your mistake. And it so happened after 3 years, uh, I heard some Tyagaraja Kirtan.
Hmm.
What is that? Mari Mari Ninni Moralida. A beautiful Tyagaraja composition. I didn't know the meaning. I went to Prasad Rao, who is no more,
Uh-huh.
uh,
Good
is
memory.
now.
We lost Brother Prasad
Yeah,
Rao this week.
yes, yes. Yeah, great person who is so devoted to Swami. He was the first batch student of Swami student, who did his PhD in Swami's institute. Uh,
A good tabla player
Good tabla
and
player,
a very
a
good
good
poet.
composer,
Very good
beautiful
composer. We are sure he has reached the divine lotus feet.
Doctor Yes Kumar. Uh, I went to him,
Kote, you're freezing.
the
You're
song,
freezing. Whether you're freezing, so
and
just hold your
he
mic.
explained everything to me. And it was Shivaratri. So, boys gave a program. where I sang Mari Mari Ninne Moralida Ni Dayanaku Radha. That is, oh Sai, I'm all the time praying you, but you never bother to talk to me. I have heard great stories of Dhruva, where you have given him a special place without even him asking you. The story of Prahalada, where you gave darshan without even giving him a notice, as Narsimha, Lord, when Vibhishana has forgotten you, you pardoned him and lifted him. But why not me? Why not me? So I sang that song for Shivaratri. He was not in front. He was when I sang. He was in the interview room. The song goes like this. I'll just sing two lines only.
Sure.
Mari Mari Ninne Moraleda Mari Mari Ninne Moraleda Mari Mari Ninne Moraleda Ni Manasuna Dayarada Mari Mari Ninne Muralida Ni Manasuna Dayarada Mari Mari Ninne Mari Mari Ninne. You know, usually after Shivratri, during the summer vacation, he goes to Ooty and Kodaikanal with all his children. My name was there in the list. He took me to Ooty and Kodaikanal after giving 3 years of treatment. It's only then I understood the saying of Bhagavan. Pleasure is an interval between two pains. He never said pain is an interval between two pleasures. He said pleasure is an interval between two pains. I could enjoy the experiences which I had both in Ooty and Kodaikanal so much because of this treatment. And moreover, I realized all my shortcomings, mistakes, and because of this treatment of 3 years, 3 long years, it was like I don't know, into so many years.
Beautiful.
It was I don't know how to explain the happiness, the blessings I had of
So it's the
Swami.
same time when Bhagwan asked you to go back to your father?
No, it's
It would have
much
been
later.
difficult for you to leave afterwards, right?
It was much later. It was in the year 1991. I
But
joined.
after such a long stay with Bhagwan, it is difficult to go away. So how did that happen?
100% Abhinav. Actually, total 15 years of my stay with the Bhagavan both at Brindavan and Parthi, I had come home only twice. In the duration of 15 years, I had come only twice to uh, my house. Imagine, I did not even attend my sister's marriage. I was at Swami, with Swami blissfully. Uh, it was, in 1991, June 12th, Swami said, "See, your father is not well." No, he came. I was sitting at the back of Mandir, the last pillar where Chiranjeevi Rogar and Ratnakar used to sit later. The last pillar. I was sitting there. He came with the Vibhuti bag. Swami used to have Vibhuti bag in the interview room. He came with that. So lovingly, he said, "See, now we have to go. Your father is not well. Continue with whatever your father was doing and keep coming to me. I am with you." These are the last words
The
Swami through me.
instructions were very clear.
Instruction. Yeah, very, very clear. Very, very clear. And actually, within a week after coming back, I went to Bharti because I know it was totally out of place. My native place is totally out of place for me. It became like that. But then, as Swami's instructions, I had to help my father out. After I came back, father was with me uh, hardly 6 months. He created Vibhuti and gave me to be given to father. And my last service to my father was to take him to Parthi. And Swami, when he came for the darshan, he just, patted his head, gave him the vibhuti and blessed him. It was so nice experience. So nice experience.
They have dedicated their full life to Bhagavan, obviously. But if I recall, brother, you, while being a student,
Hmm.
you had accompanied Bhagavan to Chakodi.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that was the inauguration of the mandir there,
No, no,
right?
no. It was the Swami came here to lay the foundation
Foundation
stone. Yes, yes.
for the
It was in
mandir.
the year 1979, January.
Hmm. I
Swami
think we have
was,
some pictures also. Yeah, you can
yeah.
tell us the story. Here's a picture for that.
Okay.
Yes.
Swami was kind enough get me along to Chokkadi when he visited this place. So you can see me there on the right side
That
of.
is Swami is next to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Kote, what I found, brother, interesting is that Swami's path is here, but
Hmm.
he's walking outside the path. I was observing this picture and I felt
Yeah.
like, look, he doesn't even care, it's
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct, correct. 79, he came here, blessed the holy land of Chokkadi. He created the Swarna Vatapatra, that is golden leaf. I think you have the picture with you,
yeah, we will show that. We'll show that.
Abhinav.
Here is Mr. Jogarao, the
Yes,
Colonel
yes, yes.
Jogarao, whom people used to
Yes,
talk
yes,
about.
yes, yes, yes.
And he was the man with Swami
No, he
always.
is the Sevadar from here only.
Yeah.
The front in front of him, he is Vedamurti Lakshminarayan Bhatt, who was the first batch student of Puttaparthi Veda Patashala.
Yeah, from
Swami had started.
1962.
Yes, yes,
1962. Yeah.
yes. Swami had started Veda Patashala. He was the first batch student of Veda Patashala. He is from this place only.
Chakodi.
Yeah.
Look at the crowd there at that time.
This is a crowd in nearby school. There was this is called Chokkadi High School, started by the devotee, mostly of devotees only. So they wanted the people of Chokkadi wanted Swami to inaugurate that building, this building. So Swami came there, inaugurated the building.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And
Actually,
this is Kasturi Garu. Oh,
yes,
so
yes,
sweet.
yes.
That is Kasturi Garu.
Yes.
People who have not seen, they can really know him. He was a great soul. Another humorous, divine
You.
being.
Yes.
And
Actually,
that is
this is a
Brother
place.
Kote behind Swami.
This is a place where Swami created this Swarna Patapatra, golden leaf.
Yeah, we'll show that too. That's
Yeah.
your father, I believe, yes?
Yes. And
And these
I'll
are
tell.
people holding, I think, the sheet for Swami, right? From the sun?
You keep this picture. I'll tell you a story.
Yes.
What happened? When Swami, that time Swami came to uh, Alike and Chokkadi. So first he visited Alike, uh, and I was there with Swami again there. Uh, Father also came, and on the day he was leaving from Alike, actually he told me that he's coming to Chokkadi, but he never said anything to these people, Chokkadi devotees. He said he kept it suspense. Swami kept it suspense. Okay. Then my father came there. Swami he prayed Swami that Swami should come to Chokkadi. In the Swami Nivas there in Alike. Everybody was there. Then Swami said, I'm not coming. He said, I'm not coming. Then, he caught hold of Swami's feet like that. Swami, if you don't come, I will not leave your feet. No, that was a devotion he had. Then, then Swami said, see, how will I come to your house? Your house doesn't have a road. If I am coming to Chokkadi, I have to come to your house also, no. So I cannot come to your house, so I will not come to Chokkadi. Then oh God, that was just astonishing. I don't know. He said, Swami, I will keep you on my shoulders and take you to my house. Oh God. Then Swami patted him. No, I'll come to Chokkadi. Then he came to Chokkadi. So you can see his expression
Yeah.
when
So blissful here.
and whenever he used to go to Parthi or Brindavan, nobody can stop him. He'll just go, and Swami also will not stop. And
So
he
this is the
has
place
taken.
of that
Yes.
stone.
This is a place. This is a place where he has uh, laid the foundation. Just down the sea,
Beautiful.
just down below. And just before leaving, you see Swami is so concerned about minute details. See, it is a barren land. It is a barren land. I don't know what it is called in English. Maize in use of it. No, this is silver one, especially made
Made for
for
Bhagwan to
y-
put the mud,
uh,
Yes.
yeah, cement. And Swami used this
Beautiful.
instrument.
What is written on it?
Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, and the date
30th January 1979.
9. Yeah, and actually behind even the date is written. When it is bought, how many grams it is weighing, all those things are written on the back. Uh, they were so particular
It
about
is
it.
a silver one made specially for Bhagwan.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So beautiful.
Actually, that is the place, after everything is over. Yeah, so sorry, I was telling about the minute details,
Hmm.
and Swami instructed the father, you take out that Swarna Patapatra and keep it with you. And when you start the work, put again underneath. In the sense, you should not leave like that and go. Keep it with you. And when you start the work, put it again underneath the land. And it is underneath the land. And this is a place where, it's a barren land, full of forest, surrounded. So, Colonel Jogarao, who was there, is, he is a jovial man and very frank with Swami always. He asked Swami, Swami, well, everything is, see, this painting of the Swarna Vatapatra, that was created by Swami. Actually, they say that nowhere else such such things created and kept underneath. So we were so lucky to have.
So just to clarify for people that
Hmm.
this is the golden patra or the leaf Bhagwan had
Yes,
created, and
yes,
he asked it to be put under the foundation stone.
yes, yes.
Okay, and because the construction had not started at that time, Bhagwan said remove it and then later on put it back because it can get lost.
Correct.
Mm,
No,
I
he
know,
was so
so
particular.
careful.
Yes, yes. So after everything got over, just before leaving, Colonel Jogara asked Swami, Swami, what is going to happen here? It is a barren field. Then Swami made such a beautiful statement. Jogarao, it may be a barren land now, but a day will come when everybody will keep their index finger on the nose and wonder.
And wonder about it.
That's all. Now we don't actually. It is a remote village, remote village, where about 460 students study. It is a residential school, and we have students from all over nook and corner of Karnataka, and around 20 students from Meghalaya. So, uh,
I want to tell people that what Bhagwan has said, people will keep their finger on their lips and wonder. It's an actually very typical expression of that villagers. When they are deep thinking or just surprised, they just hide their face or they put their finger like that. So it's a
correct,
very colloquial and a regional style of expression to tell that how wonderstruck future
correct,
people will be to
correct,
see
correct,
what has come up in a remotest part of the country. So
correct,
it's a
correct,
very beautiful connotation there.
correct, correct.
But Kote
Actually,
brother, I want to ask you
that,
here. There is also a nice story about how your father got permission to start the school there.
yes, yes,
This
yes,
was the inauguration of a mandir, actually,
yes, yes,
and
yes,
nobody
yes.
had any idea of the school at that time.
Not at all,
So
not
Bhagwan
at
had
all.
come to lay the foundation of the temple, and
Yes,
here,
yes, yes. Hmm.
how did your father get the permission to start the
Yes,
school?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, after the laying of foundation laying, the mandir was constructed. Then people were coming and going on Sundays or on any festival days or any other special occasion. In 1980, 8 towards the end. I think the devotees thought that something has to be done. That's all, but nothing in concrete. So father came to know that Swami is going to Uti. So he too wanted to go to Uti, but he was a heart patient then. He went to Uti. I think stayed 1 day or so, but he could not stay there because the air. He was a heart since he was a heart patient. You know, it makes a lot of difference for them to be there. Means they cannot breathe freely as they breathe here. So he could not stay there. He came back from Ooty to Mysore, a staunch devotee by name Vishwanath Shetty, very close devotee of Bhagavan. In his house, he stayed for some days. When Vishwanath Shetty Garu and father came to know that Swami is leaving from Ooty on such and such a date, they were alerted. So on the way back, there's a place called Nanjargodu. These two people stayed on the roadside to have Swami's darshan. You know what happened? Swami, on the way back from Ooty to Brindavan, he stopped in front of them, opened the door, and told father that you see, you should start a school now. uh, Go ahead, start a school, take Padnamaskar. He opened the door and gave him Padnamaskar. That's all. Then Bangaru, all those things he said, uh, and he proceeded to Brindavan. That's how Swami gave. You know, the devotees prayed here in Chokadi, didn't know what to do, how to go uh, with the problem in the sense that nobody will be here. And here, you know, the radius of this Samiti is around 20 kilometers. Uh, of, 20 kilometers of radius. So people stay far off places, you know, say minimum 20 kilometers from this place. This if you consider this as a center to the last person's house, it will be around 20 kilometers. The whole taluk itself. So here Swami is telling that you should start a school. No, the solution. See, nobody thought of this solution. If you start a school, 24 hours people are here. The children will be here, the wardens will be here, the management will be here, the cooks will be here, everybody will be here. And they started a residential school.
How many children?
To start with, just 9 children. And
Nine
the people,
children.
yes.
And which
And you know,
class? And which class was that?
LKG, UKG. It started from LKG, UKG.
So, kindergarten.
Yeah, kindergarten. And Swami, father used to take them to Parthi on, on occasions. Swami used to come lovingly, give them Padnamaskar, prasadam, sweets. Then talk to them, and finally gave them uniform too. These children, small children, uniform too. So they were. That's how the people
So you
here
can say
were
the first
motivated.
uniform was given by Bhagwan to the
Yeah.
children.
Yes. So what to say? No words to explain this. What's the joy here? And that's how he motivated the people of
Wonderful.
Chokadi. And without any advertisement, you know, from 9 to, no, it multiplied like that, year after year. And we have such a huge campus in 13 acres. We have 4 acres of field for sports, playground. And boys, for boys, separate building, for girls, separate hostel, and kitchen. Uh, of course, we have a new
Brother
dining
Kote,
hall.
let us
Yeah,
take
tell
this
me.
journey to the school. And before that,
Okay.
I would like to welcome another brother,
Wow.
Gunashekar Bhatt. He's also an alumni and he works as a principal at Sri Satyasai Vidya Niketan Chakodi. And it will be a pleasure to have him also in the group so we can discuss it together. So, welcome, Brother Gunashekar. Sairam.
Sairam, I offer my most humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Thanks for the opportunity, and because of Bhagavan, we are all in the same boat.
Sure. Let me give
Sairam.
a quick introduction of Brother Gunashekar. He had actually an alumni of Alike also, where he did his
Yes.
junior college, what we call as PUC, and then he came and to Brindavan to do his graduation in biosciences in Bachelor's of Science, and in 91 he graduated, and later on today he has come back again to his small little village of Chakodi, and he's serving as a principal at this beautiful school of Bhagwan. So welcome Gunashekar brother,
Sairam.
and we would like to, as Kote brother was explaining to us the beautiful journey which his father got a permission or instruction, I should say.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking he got permission, but when I hear you, I
Mhm.
understand that it was an instruction by Bhagwan
Yes,
Instruction.
yes, yes,
to
yes,
start the school.
yes,
So
yes,
that is a
yes.
good journey. So as we continue, I think it will be nice to hear from both of you. And let me show you picture of some of your trustees.
Mm.
So if you want to say about them, right? They were the original founder trustees who have joined to start this whole campus. If you want to say anything about them, you're welcome to talk about it.
Actually, sir, I'm sorry to intervene.
No, please, please.
Actually, earlier we had uh, registered samiti here at
Hmm.
Chokadi because we had assets also. A small land, half an acre of land we had, so we had to have a registered samiti. Ours was the Chokadi Samiti was the first registered samiti ever had. Then when Swami said the Samiti should not have any assets, no money transactions, then we had to have a trust, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Seva Trust. Actually, this name was given by Swami himself. And ours was the last Samiti to be registered, and a trust was formed. Continue, Gunshekar.
So your Chakodi center was the last to be registered, you said,
Yes,
or
yes,
last to
yes.
be unregistered?
Sorry, unregistered. Sorry, deregistered.
Uh-huh.
Unregistered.
So you were a Samiti first. It got deregistered, and then it became a trust.
Yeah,
And the name of the trust was Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai
trust.
Trust.
Seva Trust. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and these were the members of that, if I am now understanding it correctly, right?
Yeah, initial members. Uh,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes. And now you have three alumni, if I may say, and then four
Yeah.
alumni. He's a trust member also.
His brother Sai Prasad, alumni of Brindavan. He is the secretary of the trust.
Uh-huh. And all of you
He
live in around the campus,
he
around that same area?
and
Yeah, from the
actually
same
I
area.
am about 3 kilometers. I am away
Yeah.
about 3 kilometers.
So it is all in the same.
He is just yes, 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 yes.
Hmm.
And Mr. Pai is from Mangalore, MP Pai.
Okay.
Mr.
What
Padmanath Pai,
is what is the story of this
he
lingam which Bhagavan gave you all?
Lingam. Yes, yes, yes. Actually, in 1985, uh, devotees from Chokadi and from South Canara had gone to Prashant Nilayam. Swami called all of them inside the bhajan hall. Around 350 people were there. Then uh, Swami created this Shivalingam and gave to the devotees of Chokadi. Uh, and when he said, this is my representation in Chokadi. So uh, that is blessings and prasadam to the devotees of Chokadi.
So this is not installed. It is not. It's not kept in one place, I
I,
believe.
I actually he said when he gave, he said I'll come and install, but
Oh,
but that never happened. We don't know the cause for it, but uh, actually it is in my house every Sunday and uh, special occasions. I get it here to the mandir and do puja, and we have a pujari for this also, by name Radha Krishna. He is doing puja to this. In my home,
Surya,
I do it.
is
Kote brother, isn't
Surya,
it fascinating how Bhagavan has placed things which we can't comprehend initially, like why is he give you something and how it will unfold? Yes, Guna brother,
It
you're
is.
saying something.
no,
It is.
that
Who will speak? Gunashekar or me? Anybody?
Yeah.
No, I'll tell
you
you about
speak.
the Shivalingam. I'll tell you about the
Yes,
Shivalingam. See, the Shivalingam is there in my house at present. See, any death or any birth happens in a house, the people around, they come to our house and ask for sacred water. Punya Niri it is called.
Yes, yes.
And I
Abhishekam
give this,
water.
yes, yes. So I give this Tirtham, Abhishekam water to them. Okay. Then see how it reaches people. No, we cannot express at all. We cannot no words to express it. See, every day while doing puja, I offer one coconut to this Shivalingam Swami, and we use it. Our workers, daily workers, when we make sambar or anything, we have to use coconut. But I preserve the shells, coconut shells. What I do, especially in the rainy season, we have around 6 months of rains. So that time, what happens? It is very difficult. There is no what is called here. They burn the body in their field only. So during rainy season, it is very difficult to light the firewoods. This coconut shell catches fire very soon.
Ah,
So I give them also the firewood. So in burning their bodies also, no, this shell is used actually, which is actually offered to this Shivalingam. See how Swami is connecting. Swami is in Prashantilam. That's what we think, but we can feel that he is everywhere.
excellent.
Each person, the end point, feel that he has got some experience with Swami, though he may not see Swami at all. This is the experience we feel here. This
No
when I
doubt about
was there in Perthi, I never knew about all these things. But when I came to the village back, see, I'm experiencing all these things, all these experiences. It is something I don't know how to tell this.
it.
How
There is an
Swami.
unfortunate part. We realize it only once it is lost. And
Yeah, correct.
now it is becoming more and more alive and meaningful. We realize it. I am looking at all of you and I realize that all of you have, it's like handpicked by Bhagwan, even though whether we like it or not, exactly he knows what you are supposed to do, what is our destiny, and he prepares you for it and puts you there. Guna, I believe your naming was done by Bhagwan. Is it true?
Yeah, actually, my father and mother, they were introduced to Swami by my uncle, my father's elder brother. He was a doctor, Dr. S.N. Bhatt. He introduced us to Bhagwan. So, as a very young child, my mother and father used to tell me that I was taken to Prashanti Nilayam. And for 15 days, they used to prepare rice and take it to Bhagavan. And on the 15th day, he gave me that Anna Prasadam and named me Gunashekar Bhatt.
So
I was so
nice.
fortunate. And many times I think that the name he gave to me is a loan. Why I feel I have that feeling is I don't know uh, whether I am living up to his expectations or not. So I always think that it is only loans that Swami has given me. If I don't know whether I live up to his expectations, but it is a rare name which is used in this part of the country. This Guna Shekhar is actually it is used in Tamil Nadu, but in Karnataka they don't use this such name, but it is Swami's sankalpa and he has named me like that.
I'm sure. But just for everybody's information also, it will be nice to
Yeah,
explain what is this Annaprashan that you mentioned, what Bhagwan
yeah.
does, what is the process of it, what Swami does.
So, in the usual process, in our daily, in our households, there is a homam and there is a priests come and then they they make you eat this Anna Prasadam for the first time. Till then, rice is not given to the child.
So
So naming,
the solid
yes,
food is not given to the child till then,
Correct, correct,
ceremony.
till then
correct.
it is not given.
Okay, that
Yes.
ceremony is called Annaprasadam, where you have the
Anna
first morsel.
Annaprashana. It is called
Annaprasham,
Annaprashana.
sorry.
Yes,
Annaprasham.
Annaprashana.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
I
So
think
I was
whatever he
lucky
has
to
it,
have that.
hair cutting, first food,
Correct, correct.
first
Yes, yes,
letter,
yes, 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 yes,
Aksharabhyas,
yes.
all these are
Correct.
very pious, sanctified occasions of our life.
Yes,
And
yes,
Bhagavan would do
yes,
all of that to the boys. So
yes.
interesting. Your other brother also is named by Bhagavan, right? Kote, if I'm not wrong.
Who's my brother?
No, the other, the third alumni who's working with you.
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, that was a boon to the family. Actually, his father had three daughters. No, regularly they used to go to Prashant Nilayam. Swami used to ask, as usual, how are you? How many children you have? All, these are the common questions Swami asked. He said, I have three daughters. Uh, then he asked, you want a son? Usually Swami asks like that. So he took Pad Namaskar and said to Swami, yes. So that's how we got uh, the son. And when he took him to Prashant Nilayam to Swami, and Swami named him as Sai Prasad.
Sai Prasad.
And he did his BCom at Whitefield.
So you can see that how Bhagwan has really handpicked all of you. I think he used the passion of your fathers, your elders, to
Yes,
create a
yes,
momentum.
yes,
And
yes,
then he trained you all to take over that momentum and give it a formal shape so that it can last. So
yes,
let us
yes,
take
yes,
the journey. Let us take that journey of your campus for everybody to understand how things have grown from when it started, 1969 or 70, when it was.
1998.
It
The
started,
school,
yeah,
no?
Yes.
the
School
mandir.
started in Mandir.
Where in that mandir, when did it
Yes,
start?
yes. 1988.
88.
By
So
then the
from
Mandir,
there,
Mandir,
how things have changed. So we can
Mandir,
take the journey.
Mandir was fully constructed, and there was no other construction infrastructure at all. This is the Mahadwar leading
So this
to
is an
the campus.
entrance of the campus, the whole area.
Yes, entrance of the campus.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is
This,
the temple.
yes, yes, Mandir, Sai
So the
Kshetra.
pictures which we saw about the land, that Bhumi Puja was done for
Yes,
this building. Am I right?
Yes,
yes, yes,
yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
This is the place. Actually, when the school was started, there was no other building at all. So the classes were conducted in this building only.
So
The
this is the hall, if I'm
yes,
understanding it right.
hmm.
And this is where your father and everybody started the with 9 children.
Yes, yes,
So this was a
yes,
place which was used for staying as well as for studying and everything.
and for prayer session also.
Prayer session also.
Yes,
And this
yes,
is
yes.
Swami's room here, Bhagwan's room.
Yes, 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 yes. Correct, correct.
Yeah, and then down will be some offices and
Office,
interview kind
office.
of a room for Swami.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Beautiful. And this is an aerial view of the same campus.
Correct, correct, correct.
And this is the
Yes,
front portion of the mandir.
yes, yes, yes.
So this is with landscape now. Love all,
Yes,
serve all.
yes, yes.
See how trademark it is now with the color combinations and the wordings.
Ah, yes, yes.
Anybody can know it is Satya Sai Baba.
Correct, correct, correct.
And this is,
The school building.
School building.
okay, so this is the school building. Oh my God, it's such a beautiful building. And this was your
The
hostel,
The boys
boys
hostel.
hostel.
boys' hostel. Okay.
Yes.
It's got a huge ground in front, huh?
Yeah, it is of 4 acres.
Wow.
This is the girls' hostel.
Okay. This is for girls.
Yeah.
So there is complete segregation.
Yes, yes, yes.
Satyasai Vidya Kendra. So this is your
Yes.
morning
Assembly.
Assembly, assembly.
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 Kind of. Huh. I'd like to know the
Yes,
story of this flag
yes,
now.
yes, yes. Actually, uh, this was given in 1979 late, after Swami had come here. When the devotees of Chokkadi visited Prashantilayam, Swami granted this flag. Actually, this flag, this is not the same flag, but the design and all, uh, it is called Prashanti flag. The flag which Swami used to hoist from top of the mandir in Prashantilayam.
So this is the flag design which was used by Bhagwan
Yes,
earlier years. Every year he used to hoist the flag
correct.
on top of the mandir. So this is called Prashanti flag.
Yes, yes, yes. And we were given this flag to Chokkadi, and uh, whatever the function may be, whether it is celebrations or any Sevadal conferences used to be held here. So for all those functions, the devotees of Chokkadi used to hoist this flag only, and this is given by Swami in his hand to the devotees of
By his
Chokkadi.
hands, yeah. But look
Yes,
at the
yes,
interesting one. Kote brother, if you remember, this used to be the same stupa in the middle,
correct,
which
correct.
was in the middle of the mandir, in front of the mandir.
In front of the mandir, yes, yes,
You remember when they had a circular that pond
yes, yes,
and
yes,
Ganesha
and
idol in the front,
front
and the
and
middle of the pond was this stupa.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is exactly similar looking. That shape is
A-
similar.
And sand around.
And sand around. Yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
This was designed by Swami. I didn't know that this was a flag. We had a different impression of the flag.
Now we have different Prashanti flag.
Different Prashanti flag. Yes.
It looks like a lady's scarf now.
Scarf.
Almost,
Yeah.
almost, almost.
So, Brother Guna, now we can see how many children are there today at present. So, from 9 children, what is the
Uh,
status of?
we have around 300 boys and around 150 to 175 girls.
So, roughly around 500.
Yes,
You have.
500
And
students.
how many staff you have?
We have around 25 to, we had actually 45 teachers and around 70, 75 non-teaching staff.
Yeah, because you have smaller children, so you need extra help
Yes.
in the
Yes,
classrooms and in
yes,
hostel and all that.
yes, yes, yes.
So you have roughly around, I would say, 100 plus staff.
Yes, staff.
So in the campus, if I'm not wrong to say, you have roughly around 650 people.
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
So
yes,
from 9, we have reached 600 plus.
yes, yes,
But it has been a slow and a beautiful journey, if I may say so.
yes.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
It has taken so many years. Bhagwan never rushes, and that is the beauty of it. And let us take us through the journey of your hostel
Yes.
life of children.
Yes, morning 5 o'clock they are made to get up, and the curriculum, the daily routine we follow is just what is followed in Prashanti hostels. Uh, Here the boys get dressed up before coming to Suprabhatam, and then they are after the Suprabhatam they will be made to either go for yoga or jogging alternative days. This is the picture, you know,
It's
just before.
interesting because I can presume it that because all of you are coming from Parthi, so obviously you will imitate or you will duplicate, I should say, the
Yes,
Parthi
yes,
format.
yes.
But how many children in this campus are from Sai background or devotees of Bhagwan?
Very few, very few.
Like when you say very few, what do you mean?
In numbers, maybe say 15 children. That's all.
Rest all
So,
of
in
them.
such a large group, you
Yes,
have very few people who are oriented with Bhagwan before they come.
yes.
How do you find it, the adoption by the children? How are they able to adopt to the environment?
We have children from all over Karnataka, as I said earlier, and different culture also. When they come here, no doubt, it takes some time for them to adjust because firstly they have to leave their parents. Okay. Secondly, they have to adjust to the food, the stay, the teaching methodology,
And the
then
routine.
routine. Everything is new to them. Initially, now some children even cry and they want to go back. But once they, I'll tell you, I think I won't be mistaken if I tell you. It so happened that few years back, uh, two girls, not one girl, she ran off in the night. Yes, yes. Her name is Smita PV. Smita, sorry, not PV, Smita. She ran off, and it was too dark and full of forest around, full of wild animals around. She reached a forest gate. Suddenly, they found out that she's from this place. Okay, and became panicky, praying Swami. We started going all around and searching for her. When suddenly we got a phone call. from the forest gate, they telling us that we have a girl here from your campus. Please come and take her. Okay, so we brought her back, and all the time she crying, Uncle, I am not able to adjust here, so I want to go back. But we convinced her, we talked to her. We never said this to her parents, okay, because we thought we were confident of convincing her. And once she is convinced, she, she became so prompt in her regular routine. For the first time, in the SSLC outgoing batch, he scored the highest marks and went from here. She got so adjusted to the place. I scored the highest marks and went. So
Initial is always tough for every
yeah,
child.
yeah, very tough to.
And especially, that's why I'm asking, especially if they are not used to the environment from the
Yes, yes,
family, it becomes
yes,
more challenging for them to understand what are
yes,
they doing. Get up in the morning, go for prayers.
yes.
So
I,
it
I want
becomes
to
challenging.
I want to add one more incident. Just
Sure.
in the last academic year, there was a boy. His name was Sumuk Gowda. He was from Mandya, Mysore. When the parents left him here, he had a stammering problem. He still has. So he was very, tensed up because how the other his classmates will receive him or something like that. And every day he used to come to me and ask for TC, transfer certificate. So next time when I go home, I'm not coming to this school. I want to take the TC and go. So every day I used to convince him. See, TC, after 6 months you will get. I will give the TC. By the time you complete the 6 months, let us discuss that. So I was always postponing that. And when the last holidays was declared, I asked him, what do you want to do? If you want, I will give the TC. He told, I will come here. I don't want to go. And just a couple of days back, his mother is calling me. He is asking when the school is starting. Because of lockdown, corona, this is being postponed. But he is very, very eager to come back to this campus. This is Swami.
Okay, let's take the journey further. So they get up in the prayers and they sleep with the prayer as normal in our
Yeah.
culture.
Yes, yes.
And this is their extracurricular activities, I suppose.
Sure.
Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you here. Sorry. Yeah, here.
Yes.
They're making chapatis.
So this is a chapati rolling exercise.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite, service activity in hostel. But I'm sure girls do a better job for rolling. But yeah,
100%, 100%.
so nice. And what are these brothers doing?
These are the firewood, firewood. They are setting the firewood to be used for the cooking.
I want to
Boilers.
highlight here that in Bhagwan's system, the work is done by the students themselves.
Yes.
Do you follow the same kind of a culture there also?
Yes.
So this is a morning prayer session, I presume.
Yes.
Yes. With the
This is a
uniforms,
this is a school thing or is it a hostel?
this is school assembly.
School assembly,
School assembly.
and they are in the uniform.
Yeah.
Is the colors given by Bhagwan?
No, not yet. We have changed it.
Okay.
No, as per the government rule, every 3 years we have to change the colors,
Uniforms.
uniforms.
Oh, which curriculum do you follow here? Is
State.
it
We
central board?
follow
State
Karnataka state syllabus.
So it's a state, Karnataka State Board.
Karnataka
Okay.
State Board. Yes.
And
This
you
is
are
the
saying on Karnataka State Board, your medium of education is English?
English.
Yes. From 1 to 10th, it is English medium.
Okay. And you have children from across India.
Yes.
Across
From
That's really
Meghalaya, sir.
interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting. So you are touching
Yes.
almost the northern tip of India.
Actually, once we had a student from Puttaparthi also.
So nice.
Swami had sent that boy here.
I believe this must be some occasion. I see some children in
Yes,
dress, something here.
Yeah. Yes.
yes.
And these are your classrooms.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are our classrooms. Teachers always with the children. The last after the lockdown with the masks.
Yeah,
This
this
is a
is like,
library.
okay, this is
Yes. Yes.
before the school stopped. That's your
Yes.
library
Yeah.
Yes.
and your computer labs.
Yes. This
Yes,
computer
this
lab. Yes. Yes.
tell,
Please.
tell, tell.
This computer facility was donated by one Sri Paladi from Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh,
We
Paladis
have
has come
yes,
here. Oh,
yes.
Yes,
excellent.
yes.
Oh, you know him?
Yes, he's a very good.
Yes,
He's a very good friend. A
yes,
very good friend. They
uh,
do a lot of work for Bhagwan. They
yes.
do a lot of.
Yes.
The basketball court, which you can see in the picture, also is donated by him.
Aha.
Yes, yes,
Their father was actually Bhagwan's devotee. They had brought in,
Yes.
and the children are coming to Parthi. Very devoted family.
Yes.
And in fact, just on a note, they have a team of people, devotees in the center. They make one house every week. In fact,
Correct,
two
correct.
now, and
wonderful.
Oh,
donate it for a poor
oh,
person. They have a fabricated house. They come and make it. I think they do it within 2 hours. The house is
oh,
ready, and they donate it with furniture.
oh.
So it's fantastic. So I'm happy that they are already involved with your school here.
Yeah.
So
Very
this is
recently, he had come here.
yes, I will
Yeah.
connect with them, no doubt about it. It's beautiful. So these are the labs.
This is ATL. It is called Atal Tinkering Laboratory. It's a central
Oh,
government project.
central
Yes.
government initiative.
So
Okay,
yes,
excellent,
yes. We have been
excellent.
selected in the first round itself.
It is very heartening to see that children from that remote village are able to access every facility which a normal child of any city would get it.
Yes,
It
yes.
has come a long way, and this is your
Dining hall.
so it's a new dining hall.
Yes.
Oh, the new dining hall inauguration. So it is
Inauguration.
there.
Yes.
So you got a good facility, if I may say now. The campus looks really beautiful,
By Swami's grace.
and this
This
is
is
your
our
annual day.
annual day.
Yes.
Yes. Every December, last Saturday, it is fixed. Uh, we have this annual day. In the school, each and every child will be given a role. He has to, it is compulsory, and he has to involve himself.
So
So
every
the
child must participate.
all participate. We select the plots from mythology, Ramayana, Mahabharata, historical incidents, then something connected with the society, social events, and Indian types of dances, all these things. And it is a continuous program of 4 hours.
Oh, this is fantastic.
This picture you can see is it's a very nearby place to this campus. Every year at the end of the rainy season, we take the children, and a rope is tied, and they have to climb down and then climb up the rope along the stream. It's a very tough job, but when they complete the task, they are fantastic. It boosts their self confidence to a very high the thing. So they involve themselves, they enjoy the water, and they come with a lot of beaming smiles.
So right now your school is up to 10th grade, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
So from kindergarten to 10th grade, you are handling. And how much is
yes.
residential right now?
See,
Is it the
from
full thing residential? No.
no, from fifth onwards, we have hostel facilities for both boys and girls. But from first standard to seventh standard, we have locals. Local children come. There is a
Okay,
one
so it's like a day
only,
scholar system.
yeah, day scholars. Only one school bus keeps running. So around 50, on an average, 50 to 60 children come from their home every every year. But this facility is only till seventh. Even if the child is from the next compound, it is mandatory for that child to stay in the hostel for 8th, ninth, and 10th. So 8th, ninth, and 10th is completely residential.
So as they grow older, you want to give them more discipline and
Yes, yes,
regulated
No, no,
yes,
lifestyle
yes, yes,
before they can exit. Okay,
yes,
cool.
yes,
And I'm sure people who come from far, I'm sure they are staying even from earlier years in hostel itself.
yes,
So that's how you have the strength of 600 people. That's amazing. 500 children.
yes. And in
That
the
is
in the high school section, 8th, ninth, and 10th, we have two boys section and one girls section.
okay.
So
So
from
you have three sections.
yes, sixth standard onwards, we have girls separate, boys separate classrooms.
Okay, I think it's similar in Parthi style also that from sixth
Yes,
onwards,
yes,
afterwards you
yes,
are segregated them. But in
yes,
your environment, I think the facilities must be utilized by both of them at
yes,
different times.
yes, yes,
yes.
yes,
Excellent.
yes,
I think
yes.
that is a very logical thing to do. And this picture is what? This picture is a child taking namaskar of who?
Child,
Teacher?
we always insist upon taking blessings of their parents when they come
Ah,
visiting to the campus. So the first thing a child has to do is touch the feet of the parent and take his blessings.
beautiful. So this
Yes,
is a parent meet time.
parents meet time. Yes,
So that's
and
how
the
our
person.
children are taught to take,
Yes,
blessings, not say
yes,
hi, dad.
yeah,
Okay, I think it's cool.
yes,
I think it's a very Kote brother. If you recall, when first time I left for home, Bhagwan had given us clear instruction in those days that we must touch the feet of our parents.
Yes, 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 yes,
yes,
He
yes.
used to give such a clear instructions like, you
Yes,
got to touch feet of everybody. And he would in fact insist sometimes that your head should touch. Don't do
yes,
it
yes,
like
yes.
people just
yes,
hit
yes,
the head
yes,
leg and
yes,
walk out.
yes, yes,
Yes, yes.
yes,
So I am happy to see that you are following the traditions. They're still going
yes,
on.
yes.
Okay. And this is a
Yeah, this is the pledge we ask the outgoing batch, that is 10th batch, to take when they go out of the campus. So just before the exam starts, a send-off function is there for them. So where they will be given the hall tickets, and then they will take the blessings of each and everybody present there, elders, and then they will be made to repeat this and take a pledge like this.
nice. I think your stress is basically on keeping your character integrity and service
Yes,
to your parents as a mark of
yes,
gratitude.
yes, yes, yes.
Abhi, just now I remembered one thing which we make, can I intervene?
Sure, sure. Please, please.
Yeah. See, every year what happens, towards the end of the year,
Hmm.
we make children study, uh, give them the freedom of self studies, and in case they want any guidance from the teachers, even the teachers will be there with them. At the end, what we do, this is something fantastic that is working on the children. Just before the exam, maybe 1 month, each child, this Shivalingam which Swami has given, what you do, for girls separately, for boys separately, however much time they take. the principal of the school, we assemble in the prayer hall. We make them sit in the bhajan hall, and the principal now gives this Shivalingam to each child, and he'll be holding like this, or he or she, and praying. Some children pray for 3 minutes, some children for 5 minutes, some children for 10 minutes. And the effect after that, no, that is something we cannot explain with words. The person who gets 50% will get 80%, 90% with the distinctions they pass here. This is our experience past so many years, and nowhere else this is done. But here they have the freedom of holding Swami Shivalingam like that. One to one, they speak and pray Shivalingam. That is Bhagavan.
Actually, one of our viewers, Pramod, is a regular viewer here. He was asking just now any miracle or any similar experience in the school, and you just mentioned it before I could even ask you that question.
That's
so sweet.
something fantastic.
Kote brother, here brings to me another question which people have also started asking. That how do you manage the funds? Do you charge fees, or is there a contribution? What is the structure of
Usually,
funding it?
our fee structure is dividing system actually. Total expenditure divided by the number of students. And Swami has said always, to us, he has given the instruction, very clearly, that always keep tie the horses in front of the chariot, not behind. Always that means keep always Swami in front, and he'll look after. He'll look after. That is our faith in Swami. So we charge around 60,000 per annum, which includes their food, maintenance, and teacher's salary. And we don't take anything extra from the parents. And some people give in charity. So we never beg, as Swami says. We accept and give them the receipt. We have ATG from the income tax department, and we give the receipt to them. This is how it is running.
Have you ever solicited funds? I'm sorry to ask you, because I know Bhagwan's structure will never do that, but just
never,
everybody's clarity.
Never. Otherwise, we would have done so many buildings here.
I have not even seen your advertisement for your school admissions.
Never. Those 9 children who have joined initially, it is through them that this strength has come. Of course, it's all because of Swami's grace. That's it.
Yeah, people. That is what is important. That all the Bhagwan's, alumni, when they start something, that is a guidance given by Bhagwan. So there is no solicitation of funds, and and there is no profit-making concept
never.
in running this kind of show. But there is also one thing I would like to tell people as suppose a person comes to you, a child comes to you who is interested in education, but they are not even able to pay the 60,000 per annum. Do you have scholarship schemes for them?
Yes. We have. I don't know. He'll tell the exact number. The principal Gunashekar will tell the exact number.
Yes, we always have this scholarships. The students coming from Meghalaya also, and some children whose parents find it very difficult to pay, we will always provide. If the student is very bright or something like that, we provide scholarships. So here is a graph, the bar diagram, where we have all along been providing this full scholarship. And for some,
So right now, just for my understanding, right now around 23 children are
Yes,
on complete scholarship,
yes, yes. And
100%
for
scholarship. So
yes,
they are like, and there are people. Are there people who are partial? They
yes,
need some
yes,
kind of help.
yes, yes. 4 to 5 children every year. We provide such
Minimum, you
facility.
have that also.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
You really remind me of Bhagwan. Sometimes Swami would take care of many children, even the hostel fees. Even though we never paid anything to the institution, but we used to pay hostel fees. And in my time, I think, Kotebe, if I'm not wrong, we had 300 rupees
Yeah,
Yes,
per month.
yes, yes, yes. Correct,
myself,
correct.
I myself in example. One thing, to tell you about my family background. For my father, we are 9 children. I am the eldest, and finance wise, not at all good. To be very frank with you, Swami looked after my hostel fees as well as the college. Of course, we never had college fees at all. Even in Brindavan, sorry, in Puttupatti, when I was doing my uh, PG, MA, every first day of the month, Swami used to send my hostel fee through respected Chakravarti Garu, the then registrar of our university.
University.
He used to give to Suryanarayana, saying that it is Kote's fees. Then Suryanarayana will in return, he'll give me the receipt in my hand. See, he is Lord of the universe, but he remembers every first day of the month and sends my hostel fees. How much gratitude we should have. In what way we can repay? I know I'm too small uh, a person to say this because we cannot
Certainly,
repay.
certainly.
We cannot repay.
And here I want to bring into another beautiful notice that, in spite of all these activities and children coming from such a diverse backgrounds at your place and being in a remotest part of the country, where I believe when you started, there would be no proper road also to access that village.
Yes,
What is the kind of report card that we are looking at? And that is an interesting thing. I would like to flash it, and Guna can talk about it.
yes. Right from the first batch till today, we have
Brilliant.
cent% results. And in 1 year, once it happened that in Karnataka state, we had the highest number of distinctions in the school. It was a talk of the town, and from Vidhana Saudha itself, from the Karnataka capital, Bangalore, our school was of a great name because of the results.
I think this is
And
what makes Bhagwan happy and proud,
yes,
Yeah.
that when we
yes,
start something under his name, with his banner,
yes,
thus miracles are bound to happen. And this is a visible, a proof of the pudding,
yes,
that 100% results from the
yes,
inception.
yes,
That shows we are on the right track. Let me give you some. I think you have a partnership with
yes,
Vidya Vaini too.
yes, yes. We are collaborating with Vidya Vahini. It's a great initiative taken by the Central Trust and as well as Karnataka State Trust. So they are helping us with all of the curriculums, the lesson plans of all the classes. So we are very grateful to them.
I think Vidya Vaini is doing an amazing work in terms
Yes,
of curriculum
yes,
and
yes.
teachers.
They even
Exposure.
come and train our teachers also.
Brilliant.
Yes,
This
yes,
collaboration is a wonderful initiative.
yes,
Let me also show
yes,
you some. We have gathered some of the feedback from your alumni, which would justify, I think, speak on its own.
Yes.
This is your Dr. Krishna
Yes.
Rao.
Yes.
He's
Kishan
an
Rao.
MS general surgeon,
Kishan
Kishan
Rao.
Rao.
and
Yes.
he has offered his gratitude to teachers and the whole place,
Yes.
and that's very nice.
Yes.
And she's Dr. Pooja Aran.
Puja. Yes. RN.
She's an MD
Yeah.
herself.
MD. Yes.
She stayed here for 10 years, so she was from
Yes.
the first
Yes.
grade onwards.
Yes. Yes.
And I think she misses the natural beauty of the school. It's beautiful. You know how children make impressions in life. Mrs.
Yes.
Sukshita,
Yes.
she
Yes,
has
yes.
done BSc and B.Ed. She's a teacher
Yes.
in
She is a
Mumbai now.
teacher. She worked in our school for 3 years.
Excellent. And now she's
Yes.
in Mumbai,
Yes.
and she
There also she
also
teaches. Yes.
conveys her gratitude to the school. Very
Yes.
nice. We have Dr. Shruti
Yes. Hawaldar.
Havaldar. Yes, she's
Yes.
an
Yes.
MBS endodontics. Yeah,
Yes.
and she also spent 10 years with you.
Yes. Yes. First to 10th.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's Dr. Kotresh Prasad.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, he's got a long list of degrees here.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
He's in a veterinary science.
Yes. He is a professor now in an agriculture
Professor.
university. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
In Raichur.
Raichur.
And that is your logo.
Yes.
But you know, this is an interesting thing, because when the children speak, you know, that concept that they are from a regional local board, how will they face up to the mainstream education and how will they fare in life? I think your alumni, they speak the story, and they tell
Yes.
you that whatever you do, education is different. Like Bhagwan always says that education should not be used for salary negotiations or for getting a job. Education is
Yes.
for life and not
Life.
merely for living. And your children are proving that. And I feel so blessed to, you know, talk to all of you about it. So anybody who's interested, I'm sure, Brother Kote, are you all okay to people to contact you, maybe like to come and see the school so they can
Most welcome.
contact you here?
Most welcome. Most welcome.
Because it is
Because
Bhagwan's
it is
blessings.
Swami's, it is Swami's, so we are no one to tell no. Everybody should come. See, Swami brings everybody under one umbrella. So this is also one umbrella. So everybody can come.
Perfect.
If
Kote
we-
brother, I would like to share one remark before I come back to you. You will be happy to hear from our sir, Vijay Mishra sir.
Oh,
He's watching the program, and he says, "Let me show you. It's a pleasure. You know, when you hear from our teachers, it gives you extra joy." He says, "Dear Kote, I'm mighty glad to meet you at least here. You have a fantastic school. It lifts my spirits as a teacher at the way you have developed a dream school. All glory to our dear Lord."
yeah. He's a great man. Great man.
Such
Sairam,
blessings are always welcome, and thank you, sir, for penning down your thoughts.
Sairam Mishra
So you
ji.
can see how the children have culminated. Thank you, Brother Guna, for
Yeah.
coming and sharing this beautiful journey with all of us. And I know it is, what can I say? It is a heartening experience. And I hope you are collecting the experiences of your alumni, how they are
Yeah.
experiencing Bhagwan or his blessings as they go forward. That would be an interesting thing to see again.
Yeah.
So, but Brother Kote, I can't close this session. Before I could say thank you to you, I cannot close this session without having a bhajan from you. So we would love to hear anything, one or two bhajans, or whichever you feel comfortable. Give us some bhajans, and let us close this beautiful evening, a divine journey of Bhagwan. Uh, Thank you, Guna, for taking us through this beautiful
Sairam.
curriculum.
Sairam.
Education is always fascinating, but it gives you such a fulfilling feeling,
Yeah.
that Bhagwan is looking after
Yes,
us
yes,
and he's
yes,
taking care
yes,
of
yes.
everybody. So, Brother Kote,
Okay.
Yes.
the floor is yours.
Sairam, Sairam, Sairam.
Sorry, the floor is yours, and we would love to close this session with a bhajan of yours. Actually, there are recommendations coming from people also, but I don't want to push you there because people have already started asking. So, but I would say Anupam Sundara is one bhajan of yours, which is famous. Harar Shankar is yours, but I leave the floor to you. All choice.
Okay. I'll sing something else then.
Okay.
साई मेरा तू है सहारा, शिरडी अवतारा, साई वर्तिपुरी भगवान, साई मेरा तू है सहारा, शिरडी अवतारा, साई वर्तिपुरी भगवान, दीनों के तुम प्राण सखा प्रभु, दीनों के तुम प्राण सखा प्रभु, मेरे साई राम, मेरे साई राम, बाबा वर्तिपुरी भगवान, मेरे साई राम, बाबा वर्तिपुरी भगवान, साई मेरा तू है सहारा, शिरडी अवतारा, साई वर्तिपुरी भगवान.
Well, there are two lines of Anupam Sundara.
Okay. अनुपम सुंदरा नंद किशोरा, वृंदावन घनश्याम, मुरली माधवा राधे गोविंदा, मुरली माधवा राधे गोविंदा, मधुसूदन घनश्याम, सत्य साई सुंदर श्याम, वृंद विहारी मंदर गिरिधारी, कमल नयन भगवान, भक्तों के प्रभु పతీశ్వర సాయి నటవర సుందర శ్యామ్ సాయి సుందర శ్యామ్ అనుపమ సుందర నంద కిశోరా బృందావన ఘనశ్యామ్.
Beautiful. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for this lovely evening. Offering my most grateful pranams to Bhagwan for this wonderful, blessed opportunity to hear His glory and to see His love flowing all around. Thank you,
Thank you
brothers.
so,
Thank you, Kote. Thank you, Guna.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much for the
Sai Ram.
golden opportunity to have share His glory with everyone. Sai Ram, Sai Ram.
Thank you
Sai
very
Ram.
much, all the
Sai Ram.
viewers, for your participation and your questions and thoughts. This video will be available on the channel. You're welcome to see it and share further. Thank you and Sai Ram.
Sai
Be
Ram.
safe.